Hey guys, it's me, ItzGunRain, and I have a video that I'm bringing to you here. It's about CSGO and whether this game is for you or whether it is not for you. So, let's get started. By the way, quick thanks to Just Joshing with you for supplying me with gameplay. I don't really have a good computer to record any, but I play the hell out of this game and I love it. So, I'm gonna give him a shout out, link in the description to his channel. Go over and subscribe, he makes some great videos. But anyways, let's jump in. So, the first question is CSGO right for you? And this is how I see CSGO. CSGO is a tactical shooter, and it's one of the last tactical shooters left on the market. I mean, a lot of people say Battlefield is a tactical shooter, or, I mean, some people say, oh, Call of Duty Search and Destroy is tactical. No, it's not tactical, it's arcadey. And one big point I want to emphasize is that for a very long time, I'm a primary console gamer that's really getting into PC gaming as of late, just because it's more of an attractive option to me. So I'm going to also be talking from a Battlefield and a Call of Duty background. So, would you like it if you played Call of Duty or Battlefield? Honestly, it's a hit or miss game. It's a game where if you are one to get frustrated with dying a lot, and if you don't want to take the time to learn each and every gun, learn each and every map, there's really no point in playing it because you're just going to be frustrated a lot. This game is incredibly fun for the people who have the patience to learn it and to really kind of master. I wouldn't say master it because I haven't mastered it. I'm pretty mediocre of a player. I have my games, but other than that, I'm not the best player you'd ever watch. So I want to go on and say that CSGO is also one of the last games. It's the only game in mind to me really that has legitimate teamwork when it comes to online competitive matchmaking, and that's due to a great matchmaking system where everyone pretty much has to commit, and it really kind of affects your rank. You don't level up, then you're there. You can level up to Silver 1 and you'll be there after you win 10 competitive matches, which will take you maybe 8 hours, maybe more if you win every game, but it will take some time to grind those 10 out until you get the silver rank. So you get that silver rank, you can't be downgraded from it, but once you keep going up in ranks, you can be downgraded. So for instance, if you're a silver 2 and you lose 5 straight games, you might be downgraded to a silver 1. And actually, Just Joshing with you here, he's a great player, as you can tell from the gameplay. He just recently became Silver 2, and he's put, I think, 90 hours into the game, possibly more. I could be completely wrong. But it really kind of shows you how much you have to learn this game and how achieving a rank it takes a lot of work. That's a big thing. It takes a lot of work to achieve, to rank up, which I kind of like because it really puts a long-term goal, and it really makes so team play is kind of a must, because if you lose a game, then you're not gonna rank up, and if you're already ranked up to Silver 2 or higher, you have the risk of being D-ranked. So you kind of you're forced to play together, but it's not like it's annoying to play together. And one thing about this community is everyone's pretty helpful. Like, I remember in my first few games that they would, I kind of told them, I said, hey guys, sorry, I'm probably gonna be horrible. I'm new to the game, and I mean, usually in a game like Call of Duty or even Battlefield might be a culprit to this. If you come and say that, they're immediately gonna start shitting on you. They're gonna say, oh my god, you're so bad, like, get good, or you suck, kid, or like, don't play this game, or something like that. But this guy, I remember him, I told him, oh, I'm not very good at this game, I'm still learning it, and he helped me the whole entire match, and I did absolutely horrible, but he helped me the whole match. So I think the community really adds on to it for me, and that's a big reason why I'm really loving PC gaming right now. Another point that I want to make is that this game can run playable on pretty much every computer you have. I mean, I have a 7-year-old Mac Pro, and it runs 30 to 45 frames per second, and yes, that is far from ideal. I know it's not the silky smooth 60 FPS that many others get, But it's playable. I play on it. I mean, I don't do the best, and yeah, some of it is due to performance, but I do have good games, and once you get used to it, it's a little easier to play on. But point is, this game can run on anything. Another big reason is it's cheap. It's cheap. It's 15 bucks, and a lot of people say, oh, there's microtransactions. All those are cosmetics. And you even have a chance at breaking even or making a couple $100 if you score a knife in one of those packs. And another thing you really have to appreciate about this game is just the depth that goes into it. This game isn't a game you're going to play for 10 hours and instantly know every little gun. You're not going to know how to use every single gun. You're not going to know all the recoil patterns. I mean, maybe you'll know a few maps, but really you need to put a lot of time into learning these maps. You have to learn the flow, you need to learn the choke points. And another part about this game that I absolutely love is kind of the strategy involved. So if you're one who likes strategy, who loves working with people, this game is just up your alley, especially for on a competitive shooter, which actually feels like a competitive shooter. It doesn't feel like an arcade game. And that is personally huge to me. I think that is a huge... It just makes it a lot more fun to play, because if it's competitive and you actually feel like it's worth playing for something, then you just enjoy it more because you get this competitive feel out of it, where you kind of come down to these really intense games where it's 13-12 and you have to win the next 3 rounds or else you're probably going to lose. Or when you're in a clutch situation and it's 1v4 and you pull it off, I mean, there's no better feeling than that. You feel like you should be on Sports Center Top 10 or something like that. But I get excited at this game because there's a lot that you kind of have to take into account. Where one thing I like to say is that in Battlefield, or I'm going to use Call of Duty for example, because Battlefield definitely has a lot of scenarios in it. But Call of Duty, there's a few ways a gunfight will go. You either can, okay, so you see the guy and you just chase after him. That's usually how you do. You don't usually camp the corner and wait for him to come out. I mean, yes, there's modes like that. Search and Destroy sometimes offers that type of gameplay. But other than that, there's very limited variation in engagements. In Battlefield, there's more, but not too much, just because you have to account for vehicles and just more stuff. But in this game, you have to account for so much. You have to account for... You have to say, okay, say you're in a gunfight with someone and they're on dust on A site. They're behind the boxes and you're coming through cat. You guys might not know what that means, but you can either say, okay, I'm gonna camp here, wait for him, and okay, so start over from that. You peek your head out, you hear the op fire, and you know op fires are, when you hear an op, you need to kind of get your ass out of there. You have to say, okay, I don't want to push there because that thing can kill me in one hit. So you say, okay, I can either wait him out, call in reinforcements from teammates to distract him, or I can maybe pull off a lucky shot, or I could flank all the way around. So you have to really think about how this, how you approach some gunfights, especially with the rock paper scissors type gameplay style, where if someone has an op and they have distance, if there's distance between you and him, and you have maybe a P90, he has the advantage tenfold, and you're probably gonna die if you try to fight him. So what it really comes down to is, if you have that P90, you have to use it to its strengths, and its weaknesses you have to avoid at all costs. So you don't want to rush down long with a MAC-10 when you know there's an op there. Maybe you want to wait a little bit if you want to go through cat with a AR and try to pick him off from cat, and then maybe have another guy with an op try to pick him off from long. You just need to know the limitations of these guns. And I love that feeling about this game, because it makes it so intense sometimes, especially when you pull off a one-tap, which is basically where you just shoot one bullet and you get the headshot. It's the most common with AKs, but it's one of the most successful. You just feel awesome afterwards. You kind of like feel bursts of confidence. And also, there's just, this whole entire game is so much to learn, and the depth of it is just amazing. Like, there's some channels out there where you just see their channel's dedicated to people describing the smallest things in the game. Like, some of it is, this guy was kind of showing you the difference between a Molotov and Incendiary, and you'd really kind of think, oh yeah, I mean, they're just reskins, one's on the terrorist side, one's on counter-terrorist, but no, they have different attributes, and Valve really thinks of everything. I have to give them that. They really put an in-depth game in here. They constantly update it. A lot of people complain about the little things, but honestly, I think the game plays pretty well. I mean, in my opinion, the AWP is a very powerful weapon. I think that's good because it kind of says, okay, don't F with this guy this round, okay? They're probably having an AWP. And say on Dust, you never go down mid after maybe the third round because you're going to get picked off by someone. So you kind of learn how the game flows and how it plays out. And it is just, it's so fun, and I really recommend anyone who wants to give it a try. I mean, worst comes to worst, you don't enjoy it, and you just threw $15 down the drain, but maybe it's your new favorite game and you bought it for $15. So this is going to be one of many CSGO videos I'm going to be doing on this channel. I'm really looking forward to covering this game, maybe doing some funny montages, but expect more videos in the future on CSGO and other games like that. I'm gonna be doing a video about my thoughts on PC gaming and how I'm trying to kind of convert myself to the master race. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit that like button, comment, share, favorite, all that shit. But I hope you guys have an awesome night, and peace.